Okay, so here we go. Okay, just let me get my camera work here. Oh, okay, there we go.
That's not real. Piss right off. Bollocks, that can't be real. What have you got your shirts off for, you sick pervo?
Of course it's not real. It's rubbish.
You daft git.
This is I'm just sitting on top on in the bedroom. Oh, the dog's come in. Hello.
Oh, are you naked? The dog's come in. You haven't got any jam there, have you? Oh, thank God you got trousers on. Put a shirt on.
Dog. I'm trying to put a shirt on.
It's putting me off my bleeding pint.
Oh dear me! I wonder how long it'll be, because we'll be so annoyed that I'm on a beach. I wonder how long it'll be before he notices it was fake. And fair play to you immediately.
Well, yes.
You're like, no way.
No, I'm sick of that shit. I've had enough of that when you're in Guadeloupe.
I know. I'm in a bedroom, unfortunately.
Hey, look, I've got a different background for season 2.
I know. Where are you?
I'm in the lodge / doghouse. I've got like at the bottom of the garden. I've got like a wooden sort of 1-bedroom lodge where if people come to stay, her parents, or if I come to watch the football, I sit down here and.
Stop calling it a lodge.
Why? What's wrong with that?
Bollocks. It's a lodge. It's a shed.
It's not a shed. It's very nice.
It's a shed that's been plastered. That's it. It's not. Stop calling it a lodge. Yeah, well, I have a hunting lodge at the end of my estate.
It's a 1-bedroom lodge with a bedroom, big couch, flat screen telly, bit of a
calling
kitchen.
It a lodge. It's a shed with a bedroom.
It's a Mellor lodge.
Dear. The lodge. You tickle me, man.
How's it been, son? You been all right?
Good, yeah. Good. You got a beer?
I haven't poured it yet. I've got my glass. I've got a beer.
Let's crack on. What have you got? I'm going for a Land Shark, which is a sort of not particularly nice lager, but you want to get in Florida, so I thought I'd have a bit.
Well, I'm not going to tell you what I've got because I'll wait for the sponsors to get on board. Then I'll mention it every week what beer I'm drinking.
Yeah, actually, wait. I didn't think of that, did I?
Yeah.
You know, we've not got any money from Land Shark. I'll try that again. Land Shark, delicious Florida beer.
Brilliant. Doesn't do much for me because I can't get it over here.
Yeah, that's true.
But anyway, listen, cheers as we do. Great to see you, pal.
Season 2, cheers.
Season 2, hey, we got through it. Season 1, people seem to like it. What's happened?
People seem to like it. Thank you to everyone who's been listening and watching. We can't believe how well it's gone. Thank you, everyone. So first of all, Manscaped sponsored our Christmas podcast. Well, they're also sponsoring the first 5 episodes of this season 2, which is very kind of them. After we did our discount code at Christmas, and apparently a load of guys were into them. I've got the whole kit here. I think probably the ball spritz was what sold it.
Yeah, you can thank us later, ladies. You know what I mean? We've got your men's bollocks smelling lovely.
Exactly. Well, and we we have a giveaway coming up for Valentine's Day, a Manscaped Valentine's Day giveaway. Because have you ever felt like have you ever done a special little trim up for Valentine's Day? Have you ever done a special little pattern or anything? Yeah, you. I know this is right up your street. This kind of nonsense.
No, I don't like Valentine's Day really. I don't like buying cards and shit when I don't need to. It's a pain in the ass. It's just Valentine. I'll buy you something when I want to, not because it says the date on the pissing calendar. Bollocks. But no, but
do you make a special effort do you have a nice night with the missus?
Yeah, we go out for dinner, we do all that bollocks. But you know what I mean. I'll tell you what, I'd be open to seeing some designs. If anyone out there wants to send some designs.
I wouldn't. I don't
Not
want
male
people
ones.
to send me
You sick
designs of
pervo.
Oh, right. It's called Manscaped.
Yeah, no, but if you want to
It implies that you're trying to see. There's people who are just doing elephant's ears around the little tree.
No, don't send me that shit. What I'm thinking is, if you want to do a little love art on your tuppence. Sorry, it sounds a bit wrong.
Oh, God, that's gross.
You can enjoy the kit anyway. It's for here. You can trim each other up if you want to for Valentine's Day.
Well, we have a giveaway. We have a giveaway for Valentine's Day. It's the Perfect Package 3.0 kit, which basically has. Bear with me. What does it have? It has the trimmer
with the light on.
The ball deodorant. Oh yeah, with the light on.
Yeah.
With the light on. So
ball deodorant.
Ball deodorant.
For the knackers.
Ball deodorant tickles them. Ball toner, because they need to be toned.
They do.
what's it? Oh, crop cleanser, hair and body wash. That's actually very nice. What else is in here?
Well, you've got the bag itself, which is a really good bag. The toiletry bag itself is really good.
Foot deodorant, which is very
Foot
useful.
deodorant, yeah.
And
some cheesy feet out there.
Yeah. Anyway, there's a load of stuff in this. So we've got a giveaway to go, and it's basically to win, all you got to do is comment on why you should win and tag a mate who probably you think needs to take better care of their bush.
Yeah.
You would have tagged me back in the day.
My God. You literally...
You would have tagged me. Remember that story? In fact, I think I told this story on Series 1, Episode 1 about you and your funny little airstrip that you
My little line.
trim in, your little tiny little line.
Well, I spent most of my time semi-naked on 2 pints, so I had to make sure I was nicely trimmed.
Yeah. And I remember you telling me, mate, you've got to do it. It gives you an extra inch. And I was like, no, I'm not having it. And then one day I was like, all right, I'll give it a go. So I would have definitely been the one that you'd have tagged. But yeah. So basically, tell us why you think you should win. And all you got to do is tell us why you think you should win. The funnier the better, and tag a mate who needs to take better care of themselves. And ladies are included. It is called Manscaped, but this works. This doesn't shut down if it doesn't detect a penis. So, thanks to Manscaped. Thanks to all of you who bought some and used our code, and get yourself some for Valentine's Day, and get everything shipshape and enjoy our giveaway.
Yeah, and listen, if you keep buying it, they'll keep sponsoring us. And you know me, I love an angle. So they've only done the first 5. Get buying it, and then they'll sponsor the next 5. And
you're so cheap. You're so cheap.
Cheap.
You're so for sale. That's it. You
am.
might as well walk around with a big for sale written across.
I am providing a service. That's all I'm doing. I'm making sure people out there are walking around with nicely smelling balls. That's a good service to provide. I'll sleep better tonight.
Don't forget. Yeah, you're a true hero.
It's for the people.
Well, don't forget if you do want some, don't forget to use our code 2 pints, capital all letters, capital TWOPINTS to get 20% off.
Get your discounts and get yourself nice and fresh for Valentine's Day. So so let's start from the beginning. How was Christmas?
It was great. I arrived in Florida just before. I think I got here on the 21st. And then just chilled out, you know. It was I think like everyone else, you couldn't go anywhere or anything, so it was a very sort of relaxed, very chilled Christmas. Oh, we did like a virtual Zoom Christmas for my other half. I mean, obviously I'm in Florida with my other half, so all her members of the family, unwrapping presents. They were on the TV on Zoom, and they were taking it in turns to unwrap their presents over there, and we were unwrapping ours here, and it worked surprisingly well. I thought it was going to be really weird and a little bit fake, but actually, you suddenly think, why are they traveling thousands of miles every year to do it? They might as well just do it from where they live. So, yeah, it was pretty good. What about yours?
Yeah, good. I mean, it was family, you know, me, Michelle and the kids. Just Christmas and drinking and eating, and it was good. I mean, it's obviously far from normal, but it was the best it could have been. Christmas with cats, fucking hell. You know, you put a Christmas tree up. What could possibly go wrong? Honestly, at the end of Christmas, the tree was like, just kill me, please, put me down, set me on fire or something. It looked so sorry for itself. It took us ages to get it all looking nice. And you get this spray, right? And it's supposed to be like citronella or something. You spray down the cats, apparently, you know, it turns them away. So you put them on your rug. And I know, whenever you don't want them to go, I'm sure my cats love it. It's just typical for me. Got these fucking kittens, and I've sprayed it all up the tree, everywhere. And I'm sat there watching telly, and the tree's giving it shaking. There's cats up the pissing tree. The angel's halfway down it now in the cat's mouth. So I ended up just getting a bottle of a water spray bottle next to me. I was like Clint Eastwood with it. As soon as a cat came near, have that jet of water in the face. Have that. I loved it. I was gutted when Christmas was over because I had to put my water bottle away. Shooting them.
Devastated. Yeah, I bet you. I can imagine you loving that. You know that citronella that they say you're not supposed to. They use that citronella candles and stuff.
Mosquitoes, isn't it?
Sprays for mosquitoes. We had it in Guadeloupe all the time. And you know how you said you think like the cats love it? It is the biggest mosquito like honeypot I've ever known.
Attracted them.
Spray a bit of citronella. It's like, hey mosquitoes, ring the dinner bell. Citronella's on it. They love that shit. I don't know what this nonsense is.
Seriously, man, it was just been hard. I mean, because the cats are not learning. We've still got the one cat that's shitting and pissing everywhere, and it's getting right on my nerves. And I was honestly, I'm just saying, literally, I can't deal with it anymore. I mean, all of my daughter's bed, you know, it's just a nightmare. And then And the other night, I'm sat there and in the living room, and one comes in. This one called Ginger, and she comes in and
good name.
Yeah. Well, I got bored of thinking of names, so Ginger Nut is what I came up with. Anyway, so she's and she's going around me rug in my living room, and I said that cat's gonna shit, and she's sniffing and sniffing and sniffing, and then she just arcs her back like that, and I just slightly persuaded her with my foot. Right?
Right, yeah, that old chestnut.
Can you move? I said, and my wife went mad. She kicked, don't you dare. I said, what? I've got to move her. She's got to be disciplined. Cats don't understand. No, please don't do that. I said, I just know I'll be walking around barefoot and I'll get a bit of shit between my toes and I'll lose it. I can't have that.
Yep.
So I've got to stop it. So I just went, no, and moved it. Just move it. She went mad, my wife, ended up having a row about it. Next morning, I went to bed with a cup of tea on my own. That was the end of it. So I was fuming. I said, I said, don't come to me. I'm trying to discipline the cats. They've got to learn. They're not supposed to be. Anyway, the next morning I'm laying in bed and I hear, no! People running around. I had a little chuckle to myself because it obviously shit somewhere it shouldn't have. And it was on my wife's watch. And she's chasing this cat.
Yourself, I'm going to stay in bed with this cup of tea. I won't help at all.
I come downstairs with a little bit of a swagger, going, "Oh, everything all right?" She's like out on all fours, scrubbing the carpet, scrubbing the rug. She's pooed on the rug. I went, "I'm saying nothing. That's what you get. Discipline." She said, "I rubbed its face in it." I said, "I thought that was dogs. Rub your face in it."
Let me ask you a question. Did you say nothing or did you still say something?
I said nothing. I said, I walked on through my tea because I wasn't. I said, don't come to me when it does it because I'm not cleaning it up. So, and do you know what annoys me as well? When people who animal lovers say things like, "Oh, did she leave your little present? Did she leave your little..."
No, she shat all over the place.
She's shit. She's shit on my rug is what she's done. You know, left me a little present. You won't like it if I give you a shit in a box and when here's a present for you.
What's weird is people don't say that about children.
No.
Like if a toddler just lays a massive curls one out on the carpet, you go, "Oh, they're so cute at that age, aren't they? Did he leave you a little present?" It's like, no, he shat all over the fucking carpet.
That's what I'm saying. Try giving your missus a little present. What is it? Open it and you'll see. Open it. What is it? It's a little present. It's a shit in a box is what it is.
That's only marginally worse than hair regrowth.
That's what I should have sent to Supernet. A little present. I should have just laid a right load of cable in a box and sent it to him in the post. You want to send me your shit? I'll send you some of my shit. That's what you get.
Don't they spew everywhere? Don't cats spew?
No, I've found some bits. This is the least of me worries. It's the least of me worries, honest to God.
Mate, these cats here, your mum's got 3 cats. I tell you what, they go, this food's delicious. And then half an hour later, they go,
it's the worst thing.
Furball. The same, but it's not even fur. The same amount of food that they've just eaten half an hour ago is now in a little pile
dirty
of sick. Everyone's like, cats are so clean. They're fucking disgusting.
Do you know the thing is, I had a dog. Remember I told you about Sam that fell on the fire and tried to kill itself and all that? Well, he used to be sick and then eat it all.
Suicidal dog.
He used to throw it up and then eat it. He'd be like, it's like he had some sort of Alzheimer's as well. So he'd go, "Ah!" And then he'd walk away and come back and go, "Oh, food." It's like, it was yours. Mate, you just sick that up, you dirty bastard.
The cats in this house, they spew up, and then you see the dog going,
"Yeah, what's that there?" Dirty bastards.
Hey, is anyone going to eat that? Yeah. I'm peckish. I could eat. Anyone peckish? Do you mind if I have this?
No, it's wrong.
It's disgusting.
It's wrong, man.
Why do we even have them? We're idiots.
No, it's it's strange, man. I wish I'd have got a dog, but I didn't. I lost the battle. Now I've got 3 cats, and none of them give a shit about me. And I've lost the battle as well because the people in the house just, no one backs me up because they're like, but look at them. You say that to me when you walk down here barefoot and you get a bit of shit between your toes. Then come and say, because then it'll be a different.
Have you got 3 cats now?
3 cats, yeah. I've got the mum and the 2 kittens.
Are you going to get them spayed? Otherwise, you're going to be...
Of course I am. But they're still babies. I've got to get... Once I get them injected and get all the protection done, I can just throw them out the back door. Piss off. Do your shitting out there. You know what I mean? Yeah. So what do you get for Christmas, present-wise?
I got... I'm a certain age now, aren't I? So these days, I get slippers.
Did you? I got some slippers as well.
Of course. That's because we're both old guys. Remember, like in our 20s, we used to get like fun toys and. I remember my sister when I was in my 20s bought me a pogo stick and a football table, like a little one to go on. It's like she's like, oh, that's the kind of thing you want. And now people buy me socks and slippers. And to be fair, I think I enjoy the socks and slippers more.
Well, I think.
What else did you get?
Well, mate, talking about the presents when you know you're getting older. You know what my son got me?
Go on.
Hair regrowth. Fucking hair regrowth for the back of my napper here. I'm going thin on top of the back, as you know.
There is a bit of a sunroof appearing there.
Sunroof, I'm telling you now. It's fucking. It's just. I'm still giving it a bit of black spray on the top there.
The old hair, the spray paint on the back of the old.
I've got a bit of that and that nanogin stuff that you get from the makeup artist. I've got that. But my son, honestly, he gave me when I opened it, he ran. He ran out of the room, you know. He said, open mine, Dad, you'll love it. And it's hair regrowth that you put in your shampoo to try and grow your hair back. Yeah. Cheeky bastard.
I'll tell you what, I bet you were furious, but bet you've been using it every day, haven't you?
Tried it twice, it's shite. do you know what it says on the bottle? It says, hair regrowth. Mix it with your shampoo when you're washing your hair, lather your hair fully and all this nonsense. And then it says, will only work depending on lifestyle, genes, genetics. So basically covered in their ass because they know it's not going to work.
Yeah. If you're bald, this may not work.
Yeah, this may not work if your hair's falling out. Yeah. So that was that. And then I got off my missus, which was wicked, which is a fun present. I got the Oculus Quest VR virtual reality.
Nice.
Mate,
nice. And
unbelievable. I mean, tomorrow's world shit in my house. Do you know when you just see? I just because I know I'm getting on now, and technology's moving that fast, but it's unbelievable. It's all wireless, and you just download it to your headset, and you mark out a territory on the floor where you can game. And then I go fishing in my lounge. I'm fishing, sat in my lounge having a fish.
Oh my God, you love fishing. Honestly, because I've got a VR, so I've got the PlayStation VR, so it is amazing, right? But I was thinking, do you know what I've done on mine? I've played futuristic ball games. I've gone into space. You've gone fishing. What is the matter with you?
I just thought, how cool.
Why do you love fishing so much? It's so weird. You're not even getting outside.
No, but I can't at the moment, can I? Pissing out lockdown. I can't do anything. And it's freezing. I don't fish. I only fish when it's warm. But I do a bit of fishing. And I've done some of it. I did the walk the plank thing. I did that. Shit myself. Honestly, it's terrifying. And then I've done zombie games. But I've heard, right, you can get porn on it.
Oh.
I just think I'm not sure.
Tell me more.
I don't know, but you can be anything. I don't know. I haven't done it. I haven't got it. But because imagine, God forbid.
Yeah, that was a disclaimer and a half, wasn't it?
I haven't got it.
There, when you said apparently you can get porn, the word apparently is doing a lot of heavy lifting there.
No, could you imagine the kids go on it? Because I said it's for the house. Can you imagine the kids going, what's this game, Dad? Oh, Jesus. What's Jaden doing there?
That's not the worst case scenario. The worst case scenario is they pop out for the day. Jaden or Michelle forget something. Worse, Renee. I was going to say Michelle. At least Michelle wouldn't be too trauma. Renee comes back. You're starkers with a headset on, earphones in, peeling one off in the front room.
I was thinking, it can't be. I mean, it's got to be a bit weird. I mean, obviously, you're so believable, but you'd have to get the dog to lick your balls or something for him to make it sound to make it feel real.
We're 10 minutes into season 2, and that's 2 references to dogs licking your genitals.
Listen,
what's wrong with you?
When no one's condoning bestiality, no one's saying it's a good idea to get some jam out and whack it on your balls and get the dog to lick it off. It's a terrible thing. We don't condone it on this podcast. So and you're in Florida now, right?
Yeah, I am.
What's that like?
If I'm honest, it's a bit of a result. I keep on landing on my feet because I was I didn't know whether I was going to go back to England or come here, and it was right down to the wire because I was going to go back to England to do all the press. I've had to do a load of press for Death in Paradise, so I've had to do all the Studio the One show, Lorraine, all that kind of thing. And I don't know about you. Do you enjoy doing all that press, doing all that stuff?
It depends.
I quite like it.
It depends.
Most people hate it, but I enjoy it.
I don't mind it, and I think it's very important. I think whenever you do a show, especially like Death in Paradise or anything, especially because you're the lead in it, it's important because you've done all that work. So now, make sure people know when it's out. Press is massively important because there's no point doing all that work and then no one knowing when it's on. So yeah, and also, I know I'm going to I'll let you carry on in a minute, but I saw you on the one show. And Harry Redknapp said you could have been a pro footballer. And I was like, what a lot of bollocks! You were like, I've done it!
I'm very glad you mentioned that because I was going to have to talk about it. And then, mate, he said that and I was just like, I didn't ask him to. I didn't even know they were going to talk about anything. I hadn't spoken to Harry. Jermaine Genius asked him and I was like, he started going, oh, I'll tell you what, JJ. I'll tell you what, he could have been a pro. He could have been a pro. He's right up there. And I was like, yes! To be honest, I don't care about anything. All the acting, everything.
I know. Exactly.
That is all I care about.
I think could have, should have, would have, should have underlined there. Yeah. You wasn't.
Yeah,
so
well,
move on.
I'll take that. I'll take it. Very happy with that.
Unbelievable. But, I watched it and I was like, fuck yeah, I'm never here the last of that now. Harry Redknapp, professional manager in the Premiership, thinks I could have been ex-England manager. Yeah,
Wait,
that was good.
Ex-England manager?
I don't know if he ever got the job, did he?
No, he didn't, did he?
No, because everyone was saying give it to Harry Redknapp, and he never got the job.
Of course, he never got it. Yeah, it was a weird one. That would have been a great England manager.
But
anyway, So anyway, I was asking you because I like doing all the. I find it quite a nice and interesting. It's a nice challenge to be like, it's live TV. I've got 30 seconds to make my point. Try and be interesting. I quite like the challenge of it. I think it's enjoyable. But most actors apparently hate it. Right?
Yeah.
And so everyone was really surprised when I was going, look, I'll come back to England. And people were like, I suppose you're going to do it from Florida on Zoom. I was like, I'll totally come back to England. I think it's really important to be in the studio if you can. It's better, you have a better rapport with whoever you're talking to and whatever. And so it was right down to the wire. And then in the end, my missus was like, dude, I haven't seen you for months. You're coming to Florida. I was like, that's a very good point. Fair enough. Yeah. And just as I was on the way to the airport, the news comes through. England going into, or London going back into tier 4, and then a few days later, the whole country is on mad lockdown. And I'm here in Florida where there's pretty much no lockdown rules at all.
What? So there's no lockdown rules in Florida?
I mean, no, it's a bit weird. If I'm really honest, it's a bit weird. Florida's like pretty much the most relaxed coronavirus restriction place in the world. I mean, I don't know about in the world, but certainly that we know of. And, everyone's got mixed feelings about it because it's great that everyone's walking around and able to do what they want. But then again, you see loads of people not in masks and they've got a terrible, terrible infection and death rate. And you go, well, that's why we have lockdown.
But it's also why Florida was one of the biggest states to vote for Trump, because I think they've been mating with vegetables for a while there. And they've got...
That's a website, mating with vegetables.
Yeah, a lot of people from Florida on it, fucking voting for Trump. I mean, what was it like in Florida when all that kicked off? I mean, because there's a lot of massive Trump supporters in Florida. I'm not lying, there isn't. It's massive.
Massive. You see them on the roadside as you're driving down the highway. There's these big roadside protests and flag waving, Trump 2020. Even
really?
Like not now because he's gone, but like up to and before the inauguration. Like,
wow.
Genuinely still people out there going Trump 2020, and you're going, it's done, it's finished. Trump 2020, at very least be like Trump 2024, but like 2020's done. So, yeah, it was weird. Look, the whole thing here has become a little bit like at home, but it's much more exaggerated here. The whole thing's become this weird culture war. The whole mask wearing and lockdown thing has become this weird culture war. Like, if you're a kind of snowflake liberal hippie, left Democrat voting Antifa douchebag, then you'll wear masks because you believe in you're part of the global conspiracy. Yeah. But if you're a freedom patriot, America loving kind of warrior, then you won't wear masks because Trump doesn't. And it's like that science doesn't give a shit about what your political allegiances are. It doesn't give a shit.
Exactly.
So it's a bit weird. But luckily, because we're sensible, we kind of have the best of both worlds. We don't go out unless we absolutely have to, but we can if we want to, and we just wear masks and keep our distance. And so, I feel very lucky about the whole thing.
So all around you now, you're surrounded by people who just have got Trump flags up. And is there anybody else who's like, bollocks, fuck Trump, and he's making his...
I'll see if I can find a picture while we're on. There's we were driving the other day, and we were driving past these really quite big houses, rich neighborhood, and it's interesting. Like a lot of the richer neighborhoods around here seem to be Trump supporters because I don't know, because he's a friend to the rich and they don't want to be taxed and what I don't know what it is. But we were driving around. And there was this one Trump house, Trump flags, and they love a flag. Americans love a flag. The whole national anthem's about a flag. It's about a flag. They've got a whole national anthem about a napkin. Honestly, it's a piece of cloth. Like, they love a flag. So you've got American flag, Trump flag. And then there was this one big house, and it just had like Biden flag, and a giant inflatable Trump baby in a nappy with a pin and a dummy. It was so funny. And these guys, all the Trumpers around here, they all have guns. And then they're a bit
fucking hell, that freaks me out, that shit.
Mate, I have no idea. I'm in a neighbourhood now. I'm probably no more than 20 yards from an automatic weapon. Who knows what the neighbours have got?
Does that mean you can have one?
Mate, I could buy it in Walmart.
A gun? A proper gun?
An assault rifle.
Fuck off.
I could go to Walmart and buy an assault rifle in 10 minutes.
Well, are you going to get one?
Should I?
Fucking right. My philosophy is if everyone else has got a gun, I'm having one. Because
that's why everyone has guns here.
If they pull out a gun and I can only pull out an hand with a bit of skin on it, then I'm fucking getting a gun. Because you never know. If someone comes in your house, you're allowed to shoot them, if you know what I mean, can't you? You've got to defend yourself.
You know, but they do say, though, that owning a gun makes you increases your chances of being shot by a gun by like 800%.
Listen, I'm totally against guns and all that shit. But this country's just...
But it is difficult because everyone's got one.
Have you got a picture of that thing?
Yeah, I have. I found that picture, right? So look.
I can see it. That's
a Biden flag, and that's Trump in a nappy with Black Lives Matter across his chest. Mate, that dude was surrounded by... He was in deep Trump territory. He was like, I don't give a fuck.
I love it.
Brilliant.
Oh,
I pulled up to take that photo, and he was sitting on his lawn, and he was quite some way back from the gate, and he sort of got up and he was looking, and I was like, yes, and he was like, I was like, yeah, and I said, and I shouted, I love your Trump, right? And then I realised it sounded like a gun.
I love Trump. And he pulled out his AK-47 and went, sorry.
Yeah, I know. I was like, wait a second, he's going to pull his sniper rifle. So then I just started going, Biden, and he was like, oh, great. So I avoided getting killed. So
good.
There's loads of alligators here as well, all over the gaff.
Yeah, what is that? How can they just be allowed to walk around, alligators? I don't. It's just.
Well, they're not. They. So like, there's out the back. There's like a load of the houses are built around like a little lake, I guess. And that happens a lot because it's quite swampy, Florida. And every now and again you'll peer around and you go, alligator, close the gate.
Really?
It's mad. But a lot of people, what often happens is if there's one in a neighbourhood like that, call the wildlife authority. Do they come and catch the alligator and take it away and release it? No, they just come with a shotgun.
They just shoot it?
Bye, everyone.
Tight bastard. They live there, though. I know. That's Americans for you. If in doubt, shoot it. That's what they're like. Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
They probably go and get the gun from Walmart and then come over.
Can't wait to shoot something, can they? Fucking shoot it.
Can't wait.
Seriously, man.
They love a gun and a flag, the Americans.
Yeah, man.
Love it.
Yeah, man. I was talking to my missus the other day, actually. It was a completely different thing, but because we do you know what, in this like lockdown, you can only go to essential places, certain things you need to go and do and all that sort of stuff, and which is fine for me because when I go shopping, say if you need a chicken, right? If you go and cook you need to go to the butcher, get it. I go and get a chicken. I come home with a chicken. You send your missus, she'll come back with fucking all sorts. We need a chicken. Oh yeah, I went and I bought some trainers and I bought something. It's just I don't understand
trainers.
I don't understand how women's mind works. How like my daughter the other day, she's growing these plants. It's a nice thing for her to do. She's got these little plants that we bought from Sainsbury's. So I said, yeah, nice. And they outgrowing the pots. So I said, I need 2 pots. So she said, I'll go with my mum. So I thought, well, they're not going to come back with just 2 pots. 7 fucking plants to come back with. 7 plants. God. They needed two pots. I said, what happened to the 2 pots? Oh, we got them. 2 boxes and boxes of shite from this pissing garden centre. That's the problem. Women go shopping. it's a bit quite a generalisation, but most women will go shopping with no intention to buy anything. I don't understand that.
I have to say,
I don't get it.
I feel your pain. So, admittedly, because it's lockdown and we're being sensible here, at least it's somewhere to go for them to do something to get out of the house. But my missus and her mum have like twice weekly trips to TJ Maxx. By the way, it's called TJ Maxx over here. Did you know that?
What? Why?
I don't know.
Did Kevin get sacked?
Yeah, for John. It's originally an American company, so I guess it was TJ Maxx first. But what I love is this idea of them going, okay, thanks everyone for coming to this board meeting. So listen, we're opening in the UK, but we need to come up with a new name because they're just not going to understand what TJ Maxx means. So what about K? Nailed it. That'll do it. TK Maxx. That's good for England.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyway, so I was saying my missus and her mum, they'll go to TJ Maxx twice a week, and they'll go to TJ and I'll go, what are you going for? And they go, we're just going to look around, see if there's any bargains.
Don't get it.
Bargains for what? And they'll go, oh, well, maybe we can pick up some pajamas. I'm like, you've got 7 sets of pajamas. You got 2 more for Christmas. Well, those are my Christmas pajamas. There's more shit in this. There is, in fact, this is her bedroom. There is more shit in this wardrobe than she can possibly wear every day of the week.
What's that? Why is there a Santa coat in the wardrobe? There, in front of you.
I have no idea. Never worn it. It's for Christmas, that. That's a Christmas day. That's worn once a year. And that's fine. If there's more than 365 outfits there.
No,
she can't,
tell
if
me
she wears
about
one
it.
a day.
Tell me
if
about
she
it.
wears one a day. Right?
Listen, tell me about it. I totally get it.
Wear more than one a day. And the thing is, and that's fine if you go, well, you wear a different outfit every day, that's fine. But they're still going out twice a week to see if there's any bargains.
I don't get it. I know it's a very different thing between men and women how we do that. How if we need something, if I need shoes, I go to a shoe shop, buy the shoes, I go home. I don't think I'm going to walk around the other shops and start unfolding shit with no intentions of buying it. Just going, oh, look at that there. I'll put it down. Oh, look at that there. I don't get it.
And then hand it to the assistant going, can you fold that back up?
Can you fold that back up, please?
No.
There's another thing as well that women do, especially women in my house. They think light switches only go one way. They haven't got a fucking clue. Mate, they go up. They just go down on.
We have become,
every room.
We have become such old men.
I'm telling you now.
This is the shit that old people complain
I've turned into my dad. I walk around switching lights off, going, "It's not Blackpool Illuminations, you know." Jesus Christ! and honestly, they walk into a room and they go on light, and then another thing, doors. They only open. That's all they do.
Oh yeah.
They open the door, light on, leave. Another room, open the door, light on, leave. That's it. They don't know the switch. I keep saying, you do know this switch does go the other way as well. It doesn't magically turn off. That's me that does it when you're pissed off.
Not a problem in England, obviously, but there's you can see a ceiling fan here, and there you go. And there's ceiling fans in all the rooms in America, in Florida, because it's hot. Mostly in the summer, it's really, really hot. And I'll walk in the house if I've been out. I walk in and they're in the living room, and there's ceiling fans are going. And I walk up to put my stuff down in the bedroom, and that ceiling fan's going, no one in it, no one in the room. And then I walk into the bathroom, and the ceiling fan's going, and I'm like,
yeah.
Not all of these need to be on.
Is it on a switch?
Yeah.
Because it's on a fucking switch, so they know it goes one way. It doesn't go the other.
Just turn it off.
It drives me insane.
And then but when I say anything, I'm being the dickhead.
No, I've worked it out. My family think that they magically turn off, but it's me that follows them around doing it. And I go into it, it's like, there's no one in here. Why is the door open and the lights are on? What's it for? Who's it for? Who's it for? That you can hear the meter going tick, 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 spinning round, cost me a pissing fortune. Honest to God, it drives me insane.
Have you found yourself yet used the phrase, do you think I made him money?
I've done it loads of times. Who do you think pays the bills in this pissing out? This is terrible, this. God, no one's in there. Who's that light on for? That Blackpool, my dad used to always say, it's like Blackpool Illuminations in this house.
Yeah, it was Ricky Tomlinson. It was a royal family line, Ricky Tomlinson.
Yeah.
And he also went, what do you think my name is? Bloody Rockefeller.
Oh my God. No, it's true.
I just got an email talking about Ricky Tomlinson. Just got an email from, have you heard of, there's this company that does they're like an agency, I guess, for people to do like voicemail recordings, like celebs to do voicemail recordings. I'm very surprised you're not already on this, right?
No.
But you can get them from anyone from, I get, Shaquille O'Neal to anyway, and sometimes you get like that guy who was once in this thing, and you kind of go, I don't know if he's making much, but fair enough.
What? So
anyway,
you get paid to leave a message for people?
Yeah. So I got and it said, we've just added Ricky Tomlinson, the royal family's Jim Royal. So, I mean, Ricky. You think you love an angle. Ricky loves an angle. So you can pay 35 quid for Ricky to be like, all right there, kid, my ass, happy birthday or whatever. And people love it.
Well, they have it. There's a thing called Cameo, isn't there? It's the same thing where you can get.
Oh yeah, I think it's a similar thing, but I think it's British basically.
Yeah, no, they asked this sort of company came and asked me to do one, but I'd like to. If I was going to do anything like that, I want to be more in control to make sure people got value for money, because I can't stand the fact that it's hard enough at the moment with lockdown and having to pay a lot of dough. So if I was going to do a subscription model, I just want to be more in control, so I could say, right, well, I know you're going to get this value and you're going to get that. There'll be competitions. And then I can make sure people got value for money rather than just give me 35 quid and I'll say happy birthday. It's a bit, what I mean?
Some people will, they do it by like literally the second, and some people will be like, hello, happy birthday, blah, and they just churn them out. But Ricky being Ricky, I tell you something, he's great with it. Sometimes I'll ask him to do one for friends of mine, and he's so great. He'll be on for like 2 minutes going, and the bloody heating's still on. Oh, you lazy little shit. He loves it.
That's great. That's good.
I'm just looking now. It's like Stormy Daniels is on Cameo.
Who's she? She's a porn star?
Yeah, she's that porn star who banged Trump.
Oh. Well, she's on what? She's on Cameo.
Cameo. Yeah.
Jerry
Springer.
There's one in Britain now called Fans Only. And I think you've got like Kerry Katona and you've got Daniela Westbrook, and if you got all these people, but I think they take the clothes off.
I think you're thinking of a different thing.
Oh, right.
I'm talking about being left birthday messages, and you're talking about OnlyFans, where
I think they bend over in front of a webcam. I've never been on it, but I don't know. Maybe. But I think it's a bit more. But they're making fortunes. They are making serious till. They've all had new Cheadles done, everything. They're making some serious money.
Mate. Drew Brees, NFL New Orleans Saints. You can leave your message for £560.
Fuck that. You got to be mental. You've got to be mental.
Man, this is crazy. I'm just looking at Cameo website now.
Do you know, saying things that pop up on your phone? Honestly, I was just driving with my missus today. We nipped out, and then when we came back, I said, we'll go for a walk. I'm doing a lot of walking at the moment. Every day, getting out, walking. It's good for my head. Sucking the fresh air. Anyway, walking. And these things now, they're saying, because people are getting stressed out, different kind of therapies you can do to relax your mind. You won't believe what this therapy is now. Spider therapy. You put a fucking big spider on your face.
Not after a fucking £1 million.
I'm telling you. Hey.
Oh my.
Hey. Oh, therapy.
It goes through me.
Therapy. You get a spider, a massive spider, and this girl stood there going, it really relaxes me. Really? What happened to lighting a candle and having a fucking lie down and a cup of tea? Why have you got to have a spider on your face? What's wrong with these people coming up with these stupid things? What's next? Do you know what's relaxing? Putting a frog up your ass. Very relaxing. I'm telling you, it's coming. It's coming. These people, they come up with these stupid things, and these people out there, they'll go, I'll try that. Mate, try that frog up the ass. Seriously, spider therapy. It's called. It's out there.
I'd rather have a frog up my ass than a spider on my face.
You wouldn't. It's a bit painful. I don't know. Maybe you would.
Oh, well, you imagine? Yeah. Mate, Floyd Mayweather. You can get Floyd Mayweather to do you a cameo for $1,000.
Like he's not got
as
enough till.
As if Floyd's not got enough fucking bank.
Exactly.
What's the matter with him?
He's got enough till.
Let somebody else have a go.
Oh, listen, I wanted to tell you this. I was talking to, it's quite interesting actually. I was talking to a friend of mine. I'm not seeing for ages. Well, I spoke to him for ages, seen him for ages, and he's been working in Dubai, and he works in Dubai, and he goes across to Abu Dhabi a lot. And he said, "You won't believe that there's massive difference between the people in Dubai and the people in Abu Dhabi." And I said, what's that? And he said, the Flintstones. The Flintstones. And I said, Why does that make them different? The Flintstones. And he said, well, the people in Dubai don't like it, but the people in Abu Dhabi do. I heard that joke the other day. I pissed myself. The people in Dubai don't like it, but the people in Abu Dhabi do.
Oh, I don't think we can do this podcast anymore. I think this is the end. I think this has signaled the end of this podcast.
I've been on lockdown too long.
We had a nice run, but now awful dad jokes have made their way into this podcast.
Honestly, I've been on lockdown too much. Honestly, I nearly choked when I heard that. It was so funny.
I did get, you know when.
Oh God.
You get sent. So I'm a member to play for various different five-a-side teams and football teams. If you're a member of any like football team WhatsApp groups, the content can range from, it's usually pretty funny, but it can get quite gruesome sometimes. But anyway, so I'm always getting this constant stream of like memes and mad shit that football groups send me, and one did tickle me. It's a silly gag, but it's just like my wife said, "Who do you love more, me or football?" And so I said, "Well, I'll tell you what. Open your legs and I'll prove it to you. I'll prove what I love more." So she opened her legs and I nutmegged her.
Oh, the belt.
And I have to say that did make me laugh because I thought it was going to be like a really graphic sex joke, and it was actually quite tame.
Yeah,
but yeah.
No,
anyway,
good.
let's not spend too much time swapping dad jokes. People will be
listen. It wasn't that. I just heard it and I thought I'm gonna have to say that to Ralph. It was just honestly, I just thought it was so innocent and cheesy and funny and just brilliant. I loved it. Oh God! Oh, do you know what I've got? I've got some facts, some Will facts. Do you know the fantastic facts?
Let's hear a Will.
Right,
fact.
I've got to get my phone on my phone. Give me a second. Right. Now, pay attention. Now, these aren't going to change your life, but I found them quite interesting as the Will fun facts go.
Okay.
I think they're all right, and they're interesting. I found them interesting anyway. Right, here we go. Right, let me get them on where they're being allowed. My fun facts. Okay. Did you know these are all fun facts? So strap yourselves in. Fun facts. The coldest temperature ever recorded was minus 144 degrees. Minus 104. I think it was. It was somewhere cold.
Good, thanks. Degrees Fahrenheit or Celsius?
Fahrenheit. I don't know the difference, but that's fucking cold. It said if 3 breaths and you're dead.
Go on, then give me another fact.
3, yeah, all right. Ancient Egyptians, right?
Yeah.
Used dead mice to ease toothache.
What did they do with them? Chew them?
They stuck them in the mouth next to the teeth and left them there to rot next to the teeth. They're dirty bastards. What's wrong with them?
Mind you, you know what? Ancient Egyptians, they were what, like 2,000 years ago? In 2,000 years, if we haven't fucked up the planet and we've all gone extinct, there's going to be people in 2,000 years talking to each other like this, going, "Hey, apparently they used to use giant spiders on their faces for therapy."
It's true.
To relax.
It's true.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I know.
Potty bastards.
Go on.
This is more into our sort of what we do for a living. Did you know the Terminator script was sold for how much?
300 grand?
$1.
Why?
Because the director, which was James Cameron, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He said, you can have it for $1, but I'm directing it.
I'm directing, yeah. You know,
$1?
Your favourite fucking film. Your favourite film.
What?
Of all time. Sylvester Stallone sold Rocky for like, I don't think it was $1, but he sold it for like hardly any money at all.
Yeah.
Only if he could play the lead, because he was unknown.
Yeah.
He was an unknown actor.
Yeah, exactly. And people, apparently when they cast him, they thought they'd cast somebody else. So, and then they was like, "Oh, that's not who we were That's not who I thought you meant.
Funny.
And now look how successful he was.
Yeah.
And it's
did you know he was in? Did you know he was in a porn film?
Yeah, I see. This is another thing that I heard about Sylvester Stallone. I heard that he had a pump for his cock. That he pumped it up. I swear to you. I swear. Yeah, that he's got it. He's got it like in his pocket, and he can't get a proper ad on, so he has to pump it. Like, I'll be with you in a minute, love.
Yeah.
Just pumping it. The inventor of the microwave appliance only received $2 for his discovery. $2 for the microwave. Do you know why that is?
Because he was working for a big electronics company.
That's right. That's right.
He was an employee. Do you know how I know that? Because the same thing happened to the guy that invented Post-it notes.
What?
He realized, because, well, think about Post-it notes, right? So like sellotape, use it once, and then you unstick it and you can't use it again. It's not sticky anymore. But a Post-it note is unique because you can use it and then lift it up and then stick it back. And stick it back again. And it's a huge invention. It's made billions for, I think it was 3M was the company. And the guy who invented it just got his yearly salary, and went home and should have made billions.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Just the guy, and they don't. No one even knows who it is anymore. I think.
Yeah, it's the same thing with this. He owned the company. He was working for the company. And the company did the patent on it. And then they owned it, and it was him. He must smash. He must walk on with a baseball bat, smashing up microwaves every time. Imagine, can we have a microwave, Dad? Say it again. Say what was that M word? I'll smash your teeth in.
Yeah. You look at me, head's not in one.
Yeah, exactly. This is interesting. This one, Will's fantastic facts. Right, here we go. Pigeon poo. Right.
Yeah.
Pigeon poo is the property of the British Crown.
Is it?
Yes. The Queen owns all the pigeon shit. Do you know why? Because back in the old days,
valuable for.
No, they used to use it as part of gunpowder.
Fertilizer?
No, for gunpowder. So whoever it was, King George or whatever, went, right, now we own all the pigeon shit. Yeah, it's funny how they don't go around cleaning it up as much now. I mean, I think we should say, excuse me, Queen.
Do you know what we should do? We should knock on Buckingham Palace. Hey, love, can you sort this out?
I've got a big bucket of pigeon shit for you. Where do you want it? You know what I mean?
Yo, Madge. Yeah,
it's true.
Well, do you know how I know? Do you know why I thought it was fertilizer? And do you know how I know it was expensive at one point? Because
what was expensive? Pigeon shit.
Yeah, guano, because of Ace Ventura.
Guano.
Exactly.
Guano.
You want that dookie so bad you can taste it.
Guano.
I can feel it, Spike. I can feel it like it's right.
I love Ace Ventura. I showed it my son. He goes around doing it all the time. It's one of the funniest films.
It's still that bit still makes me laugh so much. I can feel it, Spike. I can feel it like it's right. I can't do it.
Oh, God.
In my neck.
When he does the door bit and he goes,
Do you remember you used to come into Two Pints?
What?
Anytime we were filming Two Pints around Christmas, we couldn't get you into the rehearsal room. We couldn't get you to actually concentrate on the lines because you wouldn't stop doing the Grinch.
Oh yeah, the Grinch that stole Christmas.
Oh
Max, get my cloak.
Exactly.
Blind me with pepper spray.
He used to do the whole film from start to finish.
Oh, I love it.
Funny and ridiculous.
I did it all Christmas. I do it. I've got Grinch slippers, and I need the full outfit because I love. I absolutely love the Grinch. It's Jim Carrey should have an Oscar for that. For me, he was unbelievable.
Yeah. Do you know what? I've been saying this for a while. I think if you think about like the Oscars and all that kind of thing, it's always the certain type of film that wins, and you just go. You look at like the inventor. Everyone's so used to Jim Carrey now. You're used to him doing his Jim Carrey thing. Everyone's like, oh, he's just being Jim Carrey. And people sort of go, oh, it's a... But what he did at the time was absolutely original. No one had ever seen anything like it.
Yeah.
Why isn't he winning an Oscar for The Grinch? Why isn't he winning an Oscar for...
It's a genius role.
It's unbelievable.
Did you see they did
of its time.
Did you see they did a musical version at Christmas with that bloke from Glee? What a load of shit. I mean, it's blasphemic. Anybody touching the Grinch, for me, leave it alone. They did an animated version. You can do that. But don't ever do the Grinch because there's only one, and that's Jim Carrey. They did it. Honestly, what? And it was terrifying. He looked terrifying. It was the biggest load of shit. Anyone out there Just have a little look at it for 5 minutes. What a load of shit. Oh, it was rubbish.
We'll get letters. I quite enjoyed it.
Yeah, maybe, yes. If someone somewhere will. Right, listen, I've got another fact for you.
I was listening to the podcast with so-called actor Will Mellor, and I used that term very advisedly.
Listen, I've got a T-shirt on today which you might recognise.
I've seen it. I'm very impressed with it, actually.
Stop thinking, start drinking. It seems to be my motto for lockdown.
I should have thought to myself. Yes, nice.
So if you're out there and you're worried, just stop thinking, start drinking. It's a bit of a motto that we sang about in 2 Pints, the old 2 Pints days. I've got more. I mean, did you know that this is another fact, but this is I'll skip through this one because it's a bit. Did you know that ants, the amount of ants on Earth, weigh the same as the amount of people on Earth? That's how many of these fucking ants there are. So all the ants on the Earth weigh about the same as the amount of all the people.
I would have thought it would be more.
Mate, I think most of them are in my garden. My garden's riddled with the bastards. Oh, summertime, you can't have a kit without them all over you. You know, it's unbelievable. They're everywhere.
When I'm in Guadeloupe, you can't have a bin. I have to have like a bin liner in the freezer because any jar that had food in it, anything that I've cooked, it has to go straight in the freezer because otherwise the ants are all. In fact, okay, I forgot about this. I had a barbecue at the weekend when we were in the Caribbean in Guadeloupe, and we'd had a few drinks and everything. I went to bed that night. So I put everything in a bin bag, right? But couldn't fit it in the freezer. I was like, I'll deal with that tomorrow. Tied up the bin bag, left it outside, right? Went to bed. Came downstairs in the morning. There were so many ants. The floor was moving, right? And I had to get this spray. I was sprayed them all. They're like dying left, right, and centre. I had to sweep them up. Have you ever seen a barbershop floor?
God!
Swept up. There was that many ants. It looked like a barbershop floor, like a pile of hair. Like about 6 inches
God.
high. Mate, it was unbelievable. So it doesn't surprise me that at all. That was just in my garden, in one garden.
That's a lot of.
That's what
I mean. Literally, I'm going to be sunbathing one day. I'm going to wake up and be a different part of my garden because they'll have just carried me off somewhere. That's what I'm saying. That's what because the strong bastards aren't in them ants. You know, if you get a load of them together, very clever as well. Right. This one. Is my last fact of the day. You'll be glad to know.
Go on.
Right.
Then we've got some questions.
Yeah, got some questions from people who have asked us. So, this one. Around 1 in every 200 men are a direct descendant of Genghis Khan. No, but isn't that's unbelievable, I find. It's amazing that.
I think the thing is, if you go far enough back, we share, if not all one, but we all share like a handful of common ancestors. So actually, it does sound unbelievable, but like mathematically, you go, actually, if you go far enough back, we're all like descended from, like, because the sort of it's like a pyramid and it narrows and narrows and narrows down to common ancestors.
But yeah,
I remember seeing one on QI that said the same about Charlemagne. I think it was like almost all of us are descended from Charlemagne. Which is mad.
He was a bit of a naughty boy, wasn't he, old Genghis Khan? Wasn't very nice, was he?
He wasn't the most pleasant.
I had a dog called Khan.
Did you?
Yeah, he had. My uncle lived there, my cousin in Salford. We went to see him one day, and my dad went out, and he came back with his puppy. It was covered in oil, and the dog had given birth in the garage, you know. And it was full pedigree, long-haired German Shepherd, and my dad said, "Listen, do you want this pup?" And it was stunning, big ball of fluff, German Shepherd, long-haired, and we called it Khan. Anyway, took it on, bathed it, oil, so honestly, it was soaked, and it was dead timid because obviously it had been kicked around in the garage, move, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway, this dog grew up to be my best friend. It was unbelievable, but it just killed cats. It had this ability, and you know, we lived on an estate, and it was like people would it's not funny really, but people would be watching TV and the cat would be on the windowsill outside the window and they'd just see it just fucking disappear. And then,
like Jaws.
But the dog, and I don't know how it did it. It did that shoulder thing, you know, like the lionesses do in the Serengeti. It did all that. But dogs can't usually catch cats. Anyway, it killed quite a few. And I woke up one morning and there's this wailing noise, and I opened the curtains and it was the next door neighbour, their daughter, crying because my dog was lay there on the floor looking at this cat, that it just broke its back, and it was just looking at it going, what are you going to do now? Because I don't think it wanted to kill him. I think it wanted to play with him, but it was just too big. So, and his cat was there, and it was horrible. But then people come round and they'd be going, what if it turns on the children? And it was like, it was so timid with people. I'll never forget. We were.
Do you think?
Go on.
Do you think it was doing that because it was sort of traumatized from its? I mean, that happens. Dogs they like people. Like if it had a difficult start in life.
I don't know. The one thing was...
Because I've never heard of that.
Yeah, but it was... and we used to... There was... The next door neighbours had these two dogs, Fudge and Prince. I'll never forget them. And they were ankle biters. If they were out and you're coming back, they'd attack your ankles. And it was terrifying. So you'd sort of be scared. Anyway, I'm walking back from school one day and I go onto the square, Woodgate Close. It was like a cul-de-sac. And Khan come up to sort of greet me. And as I turned onto the square, the two Fudge and Prince shot off at me. And I sort of stood, on your freeze, you think, I've had it. Khan. Oh, took off, grabbed one by the neck and threw it about 20 foot. Got the other one, smashed it into the curb, and they both ran off screaming. And when that day, when you just thought, that was it for me. It was the best moment because I thought, they'll never come near me again, the little bastards. And Khan just came and sat by my side and walked back to the house, and I was in. I said, "You won't believe what Khan just done." Anyway, cut a long story short, people kept coming round, and every cat that went missing, my dog got blamed for it. And then they said they all did a petition to I have to get rid of the dog, and it was horrible. And my mum said we can't keep it. And the people are saying it should be put down, and what if it turns on the kids? But it was so. We even got the army round, or the police. It was they come round, and they said.
The army? How big was this dog?
No, it was a police, I think, to try and get it to be a police dog. And they said, we can't take it. It's not got enough aggression. This is what they said. So we had to give it to someone who lived on a farm. And I'll never forget, I was stood at the window and my dog getting led off, trying to fight its way to get back to me. I was crying my eyes out, and they put my dog in the car and they drove off with it. I never saw it again. And it was an amazing moment that I'll never forget, but killed me. I know he went and had a great life and all that, and probably an estate wasn't the best place for him because he got to go and run on fields. But just an amazing dog and an amazing circumstance, but horrendous how never forget that, man.
Well, did you ever visit it on the farm?
No. I don't know where it went. I just know it went to a farm.
Did it, Will?
Don't tell me. Don't you dare! Don't you dare! I will leave. I will walk out. Don't you?
Did it go to a
you
farm?
bastard!
Because that sounds very much what I'd tell my kids.
Don't you?
He's going to a farm. He's being led away to go to a lovely, and he'll run around.
You bastard! Don't you dare! I pictured him chasing through the fields, having lovely times. Yeah. Don't you dare, you sack of shit.
Half an hour later, the dog was like that, whimpering.
No, bastard. No, it went to a farm, and I won't hear anything else of it.
Okay. Yeah, he went to that big dog.
I'll be dreaming about that tonight now, you bastard. I'll be dreaming it.
Dogs go that aren't wanted to that lovely big farm.
You sack of shit.
You've not had much luck with dogs, have you?
No.
One tried to commit suicide and one got sent to the farm.
No, it was a lovely dog. Yeah, and another one got run over. Yeah, I don't have.
Fucking hell. Do you know what? At the start of this episode, I said, get a dog. Don't get a dog. You're a disaster.
I know. It's
You're
true.
a dog disaster.
It's true. Right. Have you got any questions off the audio? Because we asked to put out on the social media whether.
I did. So on Twitter, I said, me and Will Mellor are doing a podcast, recording a new podcast tomorrow. We'd like to open it up to you guys. You've been so supportive. So are there any questions you'd like us to answer? So I'll do the Twitter ones and you do the Instagram ones. All right?
Hold on. Right. Okay, let me have a look.
What's your favorite song from each decade of your lives? All right. You were born in the 70s, weren't you?
Oh, Jesus, that's a good question.
So I want a song from the 70s, 80s, 90s, noughties, and
that's difficult, 10s. Man. How am I supposed to remember songs from the 70s? Oh.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what then. My formative years, song-wise, were, I guess, the 80s and 90s. So
yeah,
let's hear 80s and 90s. What your favorite song?
Well, I was a massive Michael Jackson fan. I used to have all his posters up, and I used to be the dickhead at weddings, stood in the middle of all these aunties and uncles doing moonwalkers.
Weren't we all? Of course we were. Well, that's not surprising that we were both that person. And then we ended up doing what we did for a living together.
No, yeah, Man in the Mirror. I remember I used to sing that all the time, and and Michael Jackson. listen, man, the videos. I mean, I'll never forget when I first saw Thriller. That when my dad let me stay up late to watch the premiere of the Thriller video. So I mean, massive moment for me. So it's hard to say a song, but it'd be Michael Jackson. It'd be the artist. So it'd be one of his songs.
Do you remember that performance? Was it at the Motown Awards or something? That performance of Billie Jean, that live performance that he did, where he just went.
Yeah.
It just went stellar.
Exactly.
And that was I think that was the first time anyone had seen a moonwalk across the world. It was unreal.
Yeah.
I used to watch that. You know when you used to press pause on a VHS and it went all blurry.
Yeah. I
used to watch to try and copy like not only his moonwalk but like that whole routine. I used to fast forward it and then hours and hours and hours I spent doing that. I used to. Well, I didn't used to be able to do it, but I stole a couple of moves from it. But,
yeah.
I'll pull them out at once from time to time.
Yeah, it's a lot easier in socks. A big tip for everyone. It's a lot easier in socks.
You've got socks, socks, and you have to have a glittery glove.
Yeah, grab your bollocks a lot. Right, what was your favourite?
So that's for
favourite song?
Actually, for the first 10 years, I didn't really listen to anything other than the Beatles. In the 80s, I loved the Beatles because then my mum gave me a few cassettes and I was just like obsessed. So I had all the Beatles songs. I just used to listen to them all the time. So,
Beatles.
Any Beatles song, pick a Beatles song. And then, what was the first gig you ever went to?
Oh,
Mine's
Jesus.
mortifying and hilarious.
Oh, God, I honestly don't. And I mean, you can't call it a gig, but the first sort of band I saw was a band called Push Button Click at Butlins. And I waited in line to get there. They used to do the push button, click. Like,
I have
the shittest band
to look
ever.
Up push button, click at Butlins.
Butlins, push button, click. I waited ages in line to get a sign. Push button, click, they were called. Butlins. It'd have been when I was about, I'd say, 11 or 12, so about 86, 87.
Mate.
Well, don't tell me they're still going.
This page...
They were the shit.
Oh, remembering Push Button Click. Will Hadcroft fondly remembers Push Button Click pantomime group that were part of the entertainment at Butlins.
See, I told you.
Oh my God, I've got a clip. Here we go. Let's have a listen. Push Button. Please tell me that's what they sing.
I told you, I know the song.
Can you hear this?
No.
Oh, okay.
No. But Push Button Click, I mean, it wasn't a gig, obviously, but it was, I remember, I went to watch them on the Butlins camp. That was on my holidays as a kid. What was your gig?
Well, my first gig was 1998. I was 18 years old. The 9X Arena, which is now the Manchester Evening News Arena.
Yeah. I
went to watch the Backstreet Boys.
Yes! I love the Backstreet Boys, bollocks!
And they were amazing! I loved it! It was the most uncool thing. Mate, I knew all the dances, knew all the dance routine, knew all the words.
That's sad. That's getting sad now. You know all the dances.
Of course.
Fucking hell.
I was surrounded by 12-year-old girls. Was surrounded by them when I was 18 going, everybody, Backstreet's back. It was amazing. I loved it. It was the saddest thing. I look back now and I go, but I knew it was the saddest thing at the time and I could not have cared less. They were absolutely...
But listen, I swear on my life, it came on the other day. I was driving and it came on. I had it on a 90s channel and it came on and I whacked it right up and give it full belt. Listen, the Backstreet Boys had some great songs. I know it's not cool to say it, but... They had some good songs, man.
Well, then a few years.
Quit
ago,
playing games with my heart. Oh God!
I want it that way.
Tell me why. Fucking hell! I'm putting it on in a bit.
Okay.
Any other questions?
Yes. Is it time for a Cobra Kai? Have you been watching Cobra Kai?
No, I've heard it's shite. Someone said it's absolute shocking.
Nah, they're wrong. It's great. It's great. It's really funny. It's really good. Is it time for a Cobra Kai type revisit of Two Pints with Johnny turning up live at Gaz's one day and then forming rival karate dojos?
What?
I'm game.
Yeah, you know me.
Yeah. Is there an angle?
Is there an angle? Yeah, we spoke to. I mean, we got loads and loads of messages because we can do it all in one go. The Two Pints reunion isn't going to happen because it's impossible to get us all back together. It's not going to happen. People even talk about it even in the cast. So that's going to happen. Me and Ralph back together doing something is definitely possible to happen. At some point, it could happen. Once we get our lockdown, we'll do something definitely together.
Although, never say never. You never know with Two Pints. Hey, Catherine Drysdale's everywhere.
Doing really well in Bridgerton. Yeah.
Really well.
I don't watch it. My missus is watching it, but no, I'm dead chuffed for Catherine. She's smashing it in Bridgerton. And
absolutely. Me too.
She's taking over.
She's talking a lot. She's been interviewed a lot and talking very eloquently about being a person of color in Regency times and in period drama.
Yeah.
It's about time, and there's been this weird idea that, well, black people weren't in Regency times. It was like there was something like 30,000 people, I think she said, in Regency times. So I think good for her. She's absolutely killing it.
Yeah,
so,
and apparently it's really good. People
maybe we should have her on as a guest. Have you? When will Will be on Death in Paradise? Well, I'll leave you to answer that question.
I've been on Death in Paradise, and I'm gutted really because I can't come back because I was the murderer, so I'm in jail for quite a while. I played a doctor, and I played a doctor. I had a stethoscope and everything, and which was the only convincing thing about me being a doctor was.
How convincing! Yeah.
I said I need a stethoscope.
They said to me, I think we said in an interview, the exec said that, because I was in it before, but I was a red herring. I wasn't the murderer. And that's worked out. I've been so lucky for that because apparently they would never have considered having me back as the detective if I'd been the murderer. I don't quite know why they've got that rule, but I think they just thought that it would be too kind of memorable or something.
Yeah.
So basically I was forgettable when I did my first my first appearance. So luckily I was able to come back.
Yeah.
So,
I actually saw a bit the other night and I thought you were good on it. I thought you did well. I mean, it suits you as your acting style. It suits you. It's good. It works.
What, massive?
What?
What, massive?
It just suits you. It's just good.
Over the top.
Well, you articulate. Yeah. You articulate.
Jim Carrey turned it down.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was good, mate. I've got a question here, so I'll do one from mine. This is on my Twitter. This is from Big Baz 89 or something like that. I've not even got me. Let me get my bins on.
Get your bins on. Come on.
Came here for a fucking shootout. I've got them on. Big Baz 89 or Big Barry 89. It says, most embarrassing situation you found yourselves in at work. Have you got one that comes to mind?
Well, I mean, I've been naked at work many times. Do you remember when I was? Do you remember when we did the stag do for 2 pints?
You were tied to that lamppost.
I was tied to the lamppost.
I couldn't believe this.
I had to be there for about half an hour.
I couldn't believe how fat you are. You had a right big ass. I thought you were like a pencil at the top with a big chunky ass. It was weird. It was out of proportion.
I looked like two people.
You were like two people stuck together. It was strange.
I played football.
I know. You had this powerful bottom half.
And it's tiny.
You have a bottom half like Mark Hughes and the top half like Mo Farah. It just didn't work.
I really did.
Yeah. So my most embarrassing moment was probably. I'm like I've done some things that I'm a bit embarrassed of and stuff, and I did an ABBA night on television where they had all different people singing ABBA songs.
What? When was this? What was this?
I'm on the album singing Does Your Mother Know? And I came on, I did some songs, Waterloo, in all the gear, looked like a right swat, and then I had to come on and do a solo. So Does Your Mother Know? So I mean. You're so hot, needing me. So I came on, and it was recorded, full audience, and I came out, and I was giving it full Jagger. I was right in it, but with me going full into it, I completely forgot the words. They want to know.
Oh no!
Yeah, and I actually said,
"Oh my!"
I forgot the words.
Oh God, my skin's crawling.
And I had to stop it and go, stop, sorry, stop. And they had to stop the music, and all the audience were on the feet.
Was it live?
No, it wasn't live on telly, but the audience were all stood up clapping, and they had to all stop and sit down. You can see it. It's on one of the outtake shows for embarrassing outtake moments. And it was because they said we can have the words on autocue. I was like, don't worry about it, I've got it. Honestly, it was the most cringe. Worthy.
Oh, that's appalling. Man.
Yeah, it's out there if anyone wants to see it. It was, I was doing an ABBA song, Does Your Mother Know, and I completely forgot the words. And because they were recording it, obviously they've sold it now to all these embarrassing moment shows. Oh God,
that's nice. Cheers.
Well, I get a royalty off it, so fair enough. Thank you very much.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. One of our most embarrassing moments, I think.
What?
Which we were together in. Well, we had to do fucking Club Tropicana on Children in Need for.
Oh my God!
For 2 pints.
Do you remember?
The 2 pints cast did Club Trop. Yeah. So we
my God.
we can all sing.
Oh
right.
My
we can
God.
all sing. We can all dance. We rehearsed. We had a whole fucking routine ready to go. We're there ready to do Club Tropicana. Mate, me and you had harmonies going. For the end bit, it was cool. Me and you had all these harmonies going. Right. It was all going on, and then on the night. No, there was no click track.
Nothing.
We couldn't hear
nothing.
We couldn't hear the thing, and everyone just went, go! And there was just this tinny in the one speaker in the back of the studio going, we couldn't hear it. Then people started clapping. We're going, don't clap! We can't hear the music. So we're going. So we're all, mate. We were all out of key.
It was terrible.
We were in a different key. It was the worst.
I think
that's the worst experience.
And it was the only time we'd been asked to do it. We were so excited. Well, we've been asked to do Children Need. The good thing was they wheeled us out quite early, so they put us on early, which meant no one was watching. So we got away with it slightly. Oh man,
they fucking killed us on that because I mean, look, you've had a fucking pop career. You can't tell me that Sheridan can't sing. She fucking released an album. She's fucking celebrated. Like.
Natalie's an amazing singer, yeah.
Natalie's an incredible singer. Me and Catherine can fucking hold a tune. Like,
yeah, no, it's
that should have been a great moment, and they fucking killed us.
Yeah, but because it's live as well, you can't go. We'll do it again. It was done, and then we were backstage going, "Well, that was shit." Oh, it was embarrassing.
Yeah, we were all looking forward to it. We completely mugged ourselves.
All right, who asked? You should tell who asked that question because it's nice to give him a mention. Who asked that question? Have you got it written down?
It was your question, wasn't it? What's the most embarrassing moment?
Oh yes, no, I said that one. Have you got? Don't worry. Yeah, was that me? Oh yeah, it was me.
Oh well, the Cobra Kai question was Jamie Hughes at Buzz Dev Pete.
Okay. Well, I've got one here from Claire.
Oh, and Richard Groves, Four-Topper wanted to know when you'll be on Death in Paradise. Go on, what else you got?
I've got one from Claire Powell. Powell Family 96. They say, what would be your death row meal?
Oh, good question.
I'd say something with a fucking gun in it. So I'll just give me a shooting chance. What would...
Can I eat a gun, a file, a rope, and a fucking mobile phone?
Yeah. Well, no, it's I suppose I'll go first. I suppose. I don't know. It's hard. Favourite food's difficult because different days I fancy different things. I love a curry. I'm old school like that. Curry and a beer. And especially a curry would be nice because I'd leave the room stinking like shite. So they remember me. They definitely remember me. So if you're going to kill me, I'll leave a mark. I'll leave a mark for you. Hopefully I'll shit myself when you electrocute me because it'll be stink.
If you went into the gas chamber, they'd go in afterwards. Jesus
Christ,
there's some fucking gases. I know he shat himself.
Exactly.
It's that curry's gone right.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd have a nice curry. So I love a curry and a beer. Beautiful.
I think I would go for something that like has like a sentimental nostalgia value. So if I could, I'd be like my mum's roast dinner. I love a roast dinner. So like. Or roasting like my mum's gravy recipe or something like that. Or do you know what? My nan always used to make Victoria sponge and a cup of tea. Something that's just, this has been a highlight of my life throughout my entire
that's a good shout. I think whatever meal I'd have, I'd eat it so slowly. It'd be a grain of rice at a time. You can't kill me till I finish this meal. It's in that contract there.
Victoria sponge, one crumb at a time.
I'll have a buffet. I'll have a banquet, please. I might be here for a fortnight.
Yeah. I know. You sometimes hear about those guys on death row that often it's like a T-bone steak and that kind of thing, but often you hear about guys that found repentance and it was bread and water, and probably it's tied to religion and everything. I'm like, fuck that! Give me something that's
I honestly
bread and water in my ass.
I honestly don't think I'd have much of an appetite when I know in like 10 minutes time I'm a goner. I think I'd be shitting myself.
Have you seen the documentary Fear of 13?
No. Is that Jim Carrey? He's in a film like that. It's a number 13 or something.
That's not. Yeah, that's a fiction. I think.
What is this real? The Fear of 13?
Fear of 13, right? It's this documentary. I watched it the other night. It's absolutely brilliant. It's a real story about this guy who was on death row and he had enough and he petitioned to just have his execution. It's like, because often they just wait years and years and years. Yeah. He went, can I be executed, please? And they have to do it within 60 days of that. It's absolutely brilliant. The Fear of 13, watch it.
Right, yeah.
Triskaidekaphobia.
Right. Well, I'll have a go.
All right. Right, another question. This is a great one. This is from Daz RB 1878 or at Darren Barnard 1, which is much more simple. Would you rather appear on Dancing on Ice, Strictly, Masked Singer, or I'm a Celebrity?
I've thought about the Masked Singer. I watch it, and part of it I don't get. Part of it I think, well, who gives a shit? You know what I mean? It's just because I'm a bit like, what's the point of the panel? Because they come up with so much shit. Like, I think it's Tom Hanks. It's like, yeah, Tom Hanks is going to come here and stand in there dressed as a fucking...
He's not busy.
No, dressed as a badger singing Mustang Sally. It's not going to happen. And they just come up with stupid shit. But, as you know, part of it, the kids like it, you know, take the thing off. But I suppose you'd do the biggest one, which would be Get Me Out of Here. I think because it's the show to do. It's you know, if you're going to do any of them, that's the one, isn't it? I suppose. I mean, apart from the fact I couldn't eat kangaroo dick, I just think I'd struggle with it. Not specifically just kangaroo. Yeah. Most dicks I'm not a fan of.
Let's kangaroo dick. No.
Yeah.
Monkey dick. Yes.
It's a delicacy.
Isn't this bollocks, Will? You'd basically do whichever one paid the most.
No, it's not true. It's not true. It's
bollocks.
Well, listen, I'll put it this way. If you're going to do something, you might as well be on the biggest one that pays the most, because after it, you don't know what's going to happen. And the whole point of doing them shows is, don't tell me these people out there are going, do you know what I really want to do? I want to go and get on ice skates on live television, skate around, which I've never done before in my life, to music with Torval and Dean judging me. That's not a dream for people. That's because it's getting back on the telly, innit? Let's be real. And I would be real big going, listen, it's been a shit year. That's why I've got crocodile dick in my mouth. That's the truth. You've got to be honest.
It's funny you should say that, because my answer to that question is, out of all of them, probably it would be dancing on ice.
Why? Learn to ice skate?
Well, I'm a bit like, if you're going to do it, I'd rather
learn a skill.
Yeah. I'd rather have an experience.
That's true.
It's amazing to go on Dancing on Ice, do all that stuff, learn it all, and then you finish, and then for the rest of your life, you can do this amazing thing. You can go you get, yeah, watch this, kids. Oh, do a spin. And I think that'd be a great thing.
Yeah, that's not a bad shout.
And sit around.
It's not a bad shout, I suppose, but I just know how shit I am on ice, so I just couldn't. I just couldn't know. Do you know? I'll take the kids ice skating, and you go, what a lovely idea. We're at Christmas time. I got crippled from the feet up by these plastic boots they give you. Jesus Christ! It's like, how am I supposed to skate in these? It's just terrible. It kills your feet. It's just like getting a vice and sticking them on your feet and going, right, now go on the ice. I was like, the kids are saying, how come you don't want to go on it for long? I said, because my feet are dying. They're dying from the feet upwards.
You've got to get
You've got to get your own comfy boots.
Yeah, I know. But you don't want to do that if you're only doing it once for half an hour every 2 years.
Exactly. You've got these £300 boots.
I think that'd be interesting to learn. The truth is, though, you never say never about anything, but I wouldn't really fancy doing any of them.
No, well, I don't know. I mean, I was seeing Vernon Kay talking the other day, and he said, if I'd say to anybody, it's an experience of a lifetime. And I said, and I'm thinking, anything that's a big challenge like that is an experience, but I'm sure at the time it's horrendous. So when you finish it's like the relief, isn't it, of going, well, I got through it. I know I'd go mental.
Would you not do Strictly? Isn't Strictly the biggest one?
No.
I thought Strictly's
I'm a Celebrity is the biggest one. Strictly's dipped quite a lot.
Would you not be interested in
Well, I've got bad chips and peas, and you know my knees are shot. So, I mean, I just think I'd do one knee spin, and that'd be me finished.
and that's also the worst ever final meal.
Oh yeah, chips and peas.
Yeah, rubbish.
No, they've asked me to do it, and I spoke to them about it. But because I do like dancing and all that stuff, but I just don't think I'd get away with all that gear on. Do you know where they stand there, dead cheesy in them suits like that? And I just can't do the cheesy stuff.
Bollock! What are you talking about?
I couldn't do the cheesy stuff.
You do.
I don't.
Bollocks.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't stand there going, well, it was an excellent tango. I thought
you're the cheesiest con. I know what you're talking about.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't.
You can't wait to get on a sequin and get your fucking...
No, that's not cheesy. Bollocks. I don't mind doing that. It's just a bit in between. You know, it's all a bit cheesy.
As if you couldn't be in a one-piece skin-tight leotard going, hi, smiling away.
I don't mind having a bit of banter with it, but I couldn't take it seriously. I couldn't. I don't take myself seriously. I couldn't do that. No, I'd struggle a bit. I'd struggle.
Okay. Darren Box at XNVR. Darren wants to know, would you do a watch-along of the horror episode? That's an easy question.
Yes. We love the horror episode. The horror episode disturbed a lot of people, and I think that was the point.
Yeah, it really did.
It was the point, and it was that. I think that
Catherine, when she chopped herself in half, was... Oh, we talked about the Masked Singer before, by the way.
Yeah.
Catherine's been getting a load of people going... I don't watch the Masked Singer, so it's really funny to be seeing all this stuff on Instagram, like without any context. But it's going, Catherine Drysdale is definitely the sausage. I keep seeing him having to do Instagram stories going, "Hi everyone, I just want to confirm I'm not the sausage." I'm like, this is the maddest thing.
and the sausage, I think, is because I watched the other day, is what's he called? Joss Stone. Amazing voice, I think the sausage has got. Amazing voice, like top singer. So it's a professional singer, so it's definitely not Catherine. I'm not dissing Catherine, but I'm just saying she's an amazing singer. Whoever's doing it, I think it's Joss Stone.
Oh, here we go. It's not a question from Twitter, but it is a question because I put it on Instagram because of people were asking me after an episode of Death in Paradise. Worcester sauce or Worcestershire sauce?
Don't start with that shit. It's Worcester sauce. And I can't believe you're going to debate over it. It's like, for fuck's sake, get a life. Worcestershire? Who says that?
Mate, I was made to say it on Death in Paradise. It went out on air, me going, "Oh, this is my secret ingredient, Worcestershire sauce." I was like, nobody says that.
No, it's Worcester.
And the director was like, "Nah, it's definitely Worcester." And I got into a whole fucking thing.
No.
And then I was like on the crew going, "Guys, Worcester sauce or Worcestershire sauce?" And then it turned out that it was about half and half.
Oh, really?
I say this.
Well, there you go.
Mate,
Then.
about half and half the cast and crew. And so I was like, do you know what? And also, you know when it's a bit like, yeah, we've spent a good sort of 45 seconds on this and the clock's ticking and we need to get this scene finished. So I was like, fine, I'll just go with the script.
Yeah. Definitely Worcester for me.
I think so, yeah. Yeah, well, according to Twitter and Instagram, it's about 70% think Worcester. So Richard Signey, director of that episode of Death in Paradise,
yeah,
I was right.
Yeah, I think I've been getting a lot of people saying, "Are you and Ralph going to be going back to South Africa?" Because we was out there supposed to do that, and the answer is yes. It's just we are bound by the fact that we can't get out and do anything. We're still supposed to be going and doing it, which is we've like bucket list stuff we're supposed to be doing. And yes, me and Ralph will be trying to get back together. And as soon as we can get away from this Zoom lark and get in the same room is good for me. Yeah. So, and yes, we will want to take it on tour at some point. So, yeah, I mean, there's loads we want to do.
We might even, once we can get back in the same room and do this stuff together, we might even like have people come and join us.
Yeah, well, the plan.
You know the plan is have people come and have a like as an audience, come and have a pint with us while we talk. Yeah,
that's what we want, and get people a part of it. You know, I mean, this is just what the whole point is. You know, we can. Yeah, we're bound by the rules of the government at the moment, so we'll see.
I want to do one last question, then we'll wrap it up.
Right.
This is from Catherine at Kath Barrett.
Right.
Wants to know. She said, "How the fuck did we all end up in our 40s? Genuinely, where did the last 20 years disappear to? Do you both still feel like you're in your 20s, or have you matured like fine wines?"
No, it's a tough one because as you know, my wife thinks I've got adult ADHD, so I've not changed that much, but there's certain things that has changed, and that's having kids will do that, and having the pressure of bills and all that nonsense, and taking your life a bit more seriously. Because in my 20s, I did not give a shit. It was just every day get up and what do I do today? Whatever I want, so let's go. And so naturally things have changed, but mentally, I'm still a young man who likes to enjoy himself and try not to take myself too seriously. And I think a lot of people are like that. You look at yourself in the mirror and you go, fucking hell, where's them years gone? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Like me with my sunroof. Where's that happened?
Are you better for it, do you think?
What do you mean?
Are you in a better place now as a person in your head? Is Will Mellor at 40 in his 40s better than Will Mellor in his 20s?
Definitely. Definitely, because age is wasted on the youth. That's what they say, because you're not had the experiences in life, so you got to learn it. And then when you've learned it, you're too old to do anything about it, because you're like, well, I'd love to be doing that now. Oh, no. Now I've got the experience and the mental experience, and what matters in life. You sort of come to realise what really matters when you're younger. There's things that you think matter don't matter at all.
Do you reckon, first of all, I think you mean youth is wasted on the young, but yes, I got
what did I say?
And age is wasted on the youth.
Well, there you go. At least you knew what I meant.
Yeah, you are aging, definitely. Do you reckon we'll be in our 60s looking back and going, hey, in our 40s, we fucking knew nothing?
I don't know. I just hope I get there. You know what I mean? I just want to... Yeah, it's tough, innit? But yeah, age is just a number. You get older day by day, but what else can you do? It's better to get older than the alternative, innit? Just get older.
Depends. What was it? Who said? Was it Bowie said? Was it Bowie said? No, who said? I hope
I hope that gerbil comes out all right.
I hope I die. I hope I die before I get old. Who was that? It wasn't Bowie. I think Bowie did say
that was Robbie Williams.
Past his 30s. No, he said I want to be old before I die.
All right. Yeah, that song. Yeah.
yeah. The song called "Old Before I Die."
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we should probably stop talking because otherwise we won't have anything left to talk about for the rest of the series.
Well, it's just been a first-time catch-up. Obviously, lockdown is shit. People are in the sales systems, and I think mental health is really tough at the moment. And me and Ralf are ambassadors of the Kaleidoscope Plus group. So if you are struggling out there, keep talking. It's okay not to be okay, and reach out to the Kaleidoscope Plus group if you need any help.
Yeah, any advice, any help, someone to talk to, it's all there.
Yeah, my advice is written on my T-shirt. Stop thinking and start drinking. It's okay. Have a little beer if you want. You know what I mean? You're in lockdown or whatever floats your boat. Try and keep out your head and keep talking to people. It's good for you.
Unless, of course, one of the things you're struggling with is alcoholism, in which case, don't stop drinking, start drinking.
Yes.
I think we should probably...
Yes. I can't wait to check my phone, actually, because I've done my Saturday accumulator. I do a bet every Saturday on the accumulator. 5 teams, both teams to score, and I've not checked if I've won yet. So could be...
Go on, check it.
What? I don't, because I'm nervous now.
What about United being top of the league, by the way?
Hey! Where did that come from? How's that happened?
Yeah. Do you know? I love hashtag Ollie out. Suddenly it's hashtag Ollie, best manager of all time.
And the answer is no, I haven't won. That's the end of that then.
Good.
Yeah, gambling. Gamble responsibly.
Yeah.
And what I was going to say is, United and I was last time when we was allowed in the pub. United weren't doing very well, and I said, if we just could go on a run of games, and this Liverpool friend of mine, he's called Horse. I haven't got a clue why. I've never followed him to the toilet to find out.
Is that his real name?
His name's Anthony, but they call him Horse. And I thought, he doesn't eat hay. Why do they call him Horse? Not a clue.
Yeah, don't investigate that too closely.
So anyway, Horse put his hand out and he went, I'll have you £100 United won't even finish in the top 4, right? We have not lost a game since. I phoned him up the other day and went, oh, that was good timing, wasn't it? He said, you haven't lost a game. I was like, yeah, just mind that gap, 6 points, Liverpool. Mind that gap.
Yeah, when we start struggling next time, ask him to make another bet, will you? You think he might be a good luck?
Yeah. I don't know how it's happened, but I'm dead chuffed. I'm on TalkSport talking about it tomorrow. So,
Do you think we'll win the league?
No, I don't think we will win the league. I think City will probably win the league, but I think we'll give them a good run. I think we've got a bit of confidence at the moment. We've got a squad of players that seem to be all wanting to play. Pogba seems to have woke up and he's in.
Suddenly the new plan of building for the future. It's like, right, okay, maybe it's coming together.
Yeah, Fernandes is just the best buy ever. Phenomenal player.
Yeah, brilliant.
Yeah, no, at the moment I'm optimistic. I'm like looking forward to watching us play again. The style of football we're playing, look like we're going to score goals. So, yeah, no, I'm happy at the moment.
Yeah, good. All right, well. Right, well, I'll speak to you next week then for episode 2. We'll see if we can get someone on to talk about our urban myths.
We'll see if we can we'll definitely start getting a guest. Maybe we can get a good guest on for the next episode. Maybe, yeah.
Well, I have actually asked our old pal, Jason Manford, if he's up for it.
Right.
And he said he'd love to talk to us because Jason was just in last episode of Death in Paradise.
Right.
How lovely. We should talk to him about this when we see him. But how lovely that Jason used to be the warm-up guy for Two Pints, the comedian that did the warm-up for the audience.
Yeah.
And then left after a couple of series, went off to become a superstar in his own right, and then we got to work together again on Death in Paradise. So I think there's a lot to catch up on, don't you?
Yeah, no, and he's from Stockport. He lives in Stockport, where I grew up. So I was born in Stockport. So it'd be great to get Jason Manford on. If he's the next guest, then tune in and see what he's got to say.
All right, tune in for Jason Manford. Well, we've just got to thank Manscaped. Thanks for your support, and just got to remind everyone they can get 20% off Manscaped if they just use the code 2 pints, all capitals TWOPINTS.
Yeah.
And
the good thing about Manscaped is, remember, Valentine's Day is round the corner. So if your man has got a bit of a Leo Sayer going on downstairs, you need to subtly buy him his gift from Manscaped. And get him a nice trim up. And also, there's a nice little aftershave sort of thing on there to get his balls smelling nice. Because you never know. It's Valentine's Day. He might ask you to bow down And if that's the case, you want some nicely smelling
to
bollocks.
bow down. What a weird old-fashioned way of. I don't suppose you'd mind bowing down this evening, would you, Mom? My darling.
I was trying to think of the nicest way to put it.
Bow down.
All right, he might want you to chew on his helmet. If that's the case,
I definitely prefer bow
exactly. I tried to polish it up. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, Manscaped, they've got all the needs.
Well, to be fair, polish it up first, and then she might.
Yeah,
bow down.
I think there's a buffing kit on there. There's a nice buffing kit, so give it a nice buff. So anyway, Manscaped, they've got some great stuff. And they're getting involved, sponsoring our podcast. Thank you very much. Get involved and get yourself some stuff for Valentine's Day.
See you next time.
I'll see you next time for episode 2 of Two Pints of Will and Ralf. In a bit.
Don't finish it. Awful. No, I'm out.